What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. And you already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, because it does go a long way with helping out the channel. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, man, listen, I already know why you're here. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops, and you're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture. You are in the right place. Listen, this video is a continuation of a short that I did earlier today. That short was titled "She Bent Over." This is the actual full story of what transpired today. It's crazy, man. When you begin to practice semen retention, Satan will come and he will tempt you with evil. Right? So let's get into this story, man. So listen, I go to the gym today. I've been going to the gym a lot in 2023, just working on my body, working on my mind, working on my consistency, working on my discipline. I'm in there with my jams on. I'm doing my thing. I'm making progress, bro. I'm in there pumping that iron. I'm really becoming a beast, really becoming a savage. I'm in here working out, man. This little young girl come up. I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? We kind of came into the gym at the same time. She was maybe 45 seconds before me. I saw her go into the gym. I go in, I check in, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing arms and I'm getting it in. The gym I work out at, it's not a huge gym, right? So it's not like all this square foot of separated space where you can actually do your thing and, you know, no one's going to be there. No one's going to be around you. So it's a decent sized place to work out if it's not too crowded. So it is a little elbow room, but it's not a lot of elbow room. You're going to know who's in the building, right? So I'm in there doing my thing, man. Make a long story short, I go to the weighted ab machine, right? So I'm put the weights on, boom. I'm doing my crunches on the weighted ab machine. This female, she comes up. Well, she's actually working legs. She's in another section. She's working legs. She finishes. She walks over. She drops her bag. She drops the bag, bro. She drops it at the machine directly in front of the weighted ab machine. Now, when I say she's directly in front of me, I want to put this in context for you guys. The machine that I'm on and the machine that she's on, probably 6 feet of space. Literally. So I'm here, 6 feet, that machine that she's working on is there. Okay. This is a squat machine. It's a reverse squat machine. So the way it works is you put the weights on the side. It's an elevated lift. You step onto that lift. You get your neck within the straps and you push up at an angle. So her face is not facing me. The only thing I can see is her backside, right? And she has these little shorts on right above the cheek. And you know how the spandex work. As soon as you do any type of motion that stretches, you pretty much can see everything. Okay, so let's get back to the story. So I'm about 2 sets into my abs. I'm trying to knock out 100, at least 100 abs, 100 reps. I'm about two sets in, so I got 2 sets left. So she comes, she drops her bag, she puts her weights on, and she gets on the machine. So mind you, I'm saying to myself, I know she is not about to get on that machine right in front of me. I just know this is not going to happen. So I'm kind of in this stage of like, I know this is not about to happen. She is not going to squat. Her butt is like, it's going to be right in my face, bro. Yes. Right there. It's going to be right in my face, right? She gets on this machine, bro. Booty shorts, the whole nine. Halter top, the whole. And this chick maybe like 24, 25. She in shape. She ready. She gets on the machine. She starts repping them out. I'm like, I know this is Satan. So I put my head down and I'm doing my abs. I'm doing my crunches. Right? I'm just knocking out my set really quick. Boom, I'm knocking them out. I didn't even finish my set. I just finished that particular set, but I didn't even do the last set. I went to the opposite side of the facility and worked out on the opposite side of the facility. But what I did was, when I finished that set, I just got up, I grabbed my water jug, I went to the water machine, I filled up, and I noticed guys were looking at her and they were kind of looking at me too. Like, this dude really just got up. Like, she just started doing her set. Like, he's in a perfect position. When I tell you, bro, this is like the perfect view. It's the perfect view. Like, it doesn't get any better than this. It doesn't. This is how you know. Well, at least this is how I know. For me personally, this is a setup. This is a setup. It was too perfect. I'm proud of myself. The old me. Goodness, man. The old me, man, I would have had them digits. It would have been on. You feel me? I wouldn't have passed up that opportunity. I wouldn't have passed up that opportunity. I would have capitalized in that situation. But this moment, I'm happy about, I'm joyful about, because I got up, I filled up my water jug, and I went completely out of the building. Not out of the building, but out of that section, down a hallway into a completely different section. And I finished my ab workout over on the other side of the building. I finished up with my cardio, and that was it. When I tell you it felt good to curve this chick, there's no guy in that gym. If they're not on that, no guy in that gym was going to get up from that situation, bro. Unless maybe there's an anomaly out there, man. But I'm giving credit to the Spirit of God and his weapons of warfare, prayer, fasting. There's no way you get up out of this situation. I'm telling you, a female with a nice shape, a nice backside, and booty spandex shorts, a halter top, she's squatting right in front of me. And she just started. So you know she's going to be on that machine for at least 3 more sets. I get up, I bounce, because I knew it was Satan. I knew it. So I go finish my workout. I get on the treadmill. Maybe like 30 minutes later, as I'm getting close to the end of my workout, she walks out, her shirt's on. She got her shirt on now. She got her bag on her shoulder. She looks at me and she rolls her eyes. Like, like, how dare you? How dare you do me like that? Yo, I'm serious, bro. I'm so serious. It felt good, man. It felt good. It felt good to overcome the temptation. It felt good to rule over it. It felt good that my spirit was stronger than my flesh. The old me, man, would have had them digits. The old me probably would have smashed in a day or two. It's just what it is. That's the life. That's the life I was living, man. But God is taking complete control over me and has shown me too much love and grace for me to fall back into that type of a lifestyle. Crazy thing is, man, the night before I was having dreams where I knew these evil spirits were trying to forge covenants to get back into sexual immorality, to get back into that promiscuous lifestyle. But man, I'm not having that. And more importantly, God is not having that. I couldn't do it if I wanted to. And that's just what it is, because my life is his now. And I just want you guys, what I want you to take away from this video is it is possible to overcome that temptation. There was a time I would not have even tried to overcome the temptation. It wouldn't even been a temptation for me, because I would have just dove in head first. I would have dove in head first, man. I would have taken advantage of the opportunities presented to me. But as God begins to clean up your life, and he begins to show you that what you're doing is sinful, what you're doing is reckless, what you're doing is stupid, asinine, you start to see, like, what am I doing? Here's the thing. These females, they all do the same thing, bro. It wasn't only her too. I forgot to add this part. There was another female in here. She was a little bit older. She was doing the same thing. It wasn't to the extent of this young girl, but she was doing the same thing. I walked in the gym. She's actually the first person that was like working out in my vicinity, and I could tell, that that could have been a situation, but it wasn't to the level of this. But what I am saying is that you got to be careful out there, man. You have to be careful. You have to put your faith and trust in God. You can't have any confidence in the flesh. If you put any confidence in the flesh, bro, you're going to fall. You're going to fall. I believe that I overcame that temptation weeks before. Praying, staying God focused, being intentional about warding off lust. That's how you overcome those temptations, by taking advantage of the spiritual weapons that God has prescribed. You can't just be lackadaisical in your spiritual life. You get a temptation and think you're going to overcome that temptation. Nah, bro, you're going to overcome. You're not going to overcome. You're going to fall. You're going to fall. You're going to fall. You're going to fall. Yes, you are going to fall. You're going to fall, bro. You have to overcome that temptation beforehand. You have to overcome that temptation in the realm of the spirit by worshiping God in spirit and in truth, by becoming more spiritually strengthened every single day. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you a little something. I waited to see if this chick was actually going to get on this machine. Maybe I should have jumped up sooner. Maybe I should have got up before she got on the machine. But I was at the machine first. So I'm going to let this chick run me off, right? But she did run me off, because I couldn't just sit there while she did those squats like that. Because if I would have sat there, it would have turned into lust. And maybe I would have begun to reason, well, let me just ask her name and get her number, get her Instagram, whatever, what I'm saying. Let me just see what I'm saying. That's what would have happened if I would have stayed. That's the possibility, right? Because once you start to entertain the temptation, your spirit's going down and your flesh is rising, right? Your spirit's going down, your flesh is rising. And then you begin to, well, you know what? I can go a little farther. 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 Next thing you know, you might be caught up in a whole situation. You might be caught up in a whole situation. But here, guys, listen, man. When you have an encounter with God, like I can't wait to pray tonight. Like that situation lets me know that I definitely need to pray tonight. There's no days off when it comes to God. There's no days off because Satan doesn't take any days off. He's trying to rip you to pieces, rip you to shreds every second, every hour of every day. But God will strengthen you to do things that are heroic in the spirit. I could see it now. I could see angels, demons, God and Satan watching. What is he going to do? Is he going to stay there? Is he going to indulge? Is he going to entertain? Something was telling me, get up, man. Get up and get out. I said, man, I got to go, man. I got to hold my nuts. I got to go. Got my water, man. I bounced. I'm telling you, bro. Walking out of that, walking off of that machine, walking to the other side of the building felt so good. It felt good. It felt good because God gave me the power. It felt good because that female wasn't able to make me succumb to her obvious advance. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, she bent over. Like, this is not no ugly chick. She done bent over. She done bent over, bro. But not to succumb to the temptation. Not to indulge, not to sit there and stare and say, you know, I'm in the right. I was here first. She came in my vicinity. I didn't come in her vicinity. She came in my vicinity, turned around and put her ASS in my face. I'm going to stay. I'm going to indulge. I'm going to sit here and stare at her because she did this on purpose. That's the approach I would have took a year ago. It would have definitely been on and popping. But it felt good to be able to overcome that temptation. It felt good to be able to do that short video. It feels good to be able to do this video and giving you guys a testimony of victory over that temptation, a real life testimony of victory over the temptation. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I told you, I waited to see if she was going to actually jump on that machine. I said, I got to at least wait to see if she's going to get on that machine and do this in front of me. Lo and behold, she got right on that machine with no shame, bent over and start going up and down. I said, oh, Lord. And I had to, I had to get out of there. I know the guys in the gym was like, yo, this dude just really got up and walked out. I know she probably felt shame because everybody knew, like, she really just went over in his face and just bent over and started doing squats. Everybody in the gym knew what she was doing. And the fact that I got up and walked out, they were probably like, dang, he just curved her. He just curved. Not only did he curve her, he left and went to the other side of it. He just walked out. I'm telling you, man, when she came out, I was on the treadmill. She looked at me, bro. She rolled her eyes. She looked at me. She rolled her eyes like, you know what I'm saying? But it felt good. It felt good for that female not to have any power over me, for the spirit working in her not to have any power over me. It's a beautiful feeling, man. It's a beautiful feeling. When you get delivered, when you become free of that sexual perversion and all that type of crazy stuff, Satan wants to get you back. He wants to bring you back in the fold. He's going to do any and everything to bring you back in, to recovenant himself with you. That's why I be trying to tell you guys. I did a short the other day, the day before yesterday. I said, you got to fast and pray. You really do. I really believe that you have to live a fasted life. You have to fast minimum at least one day a week, right? You have to do something to put your flesh in subjection. I said the people's biggest problem is not the devil, it's their stomach, right? It's not wanting to bring your flesh. The one thing we want to do is we want to eat. We want to eat. Right? But if you can start controlling your appetite and beating your flesh into submission to your will, your spiritual will, you'll start exercising spiritual strength over the flesh. You will beat it into subjection. I'm glad I was able to share this testimony. I hope that you're blessed by this. I hope that you're encouraged by this. I definitely have to pray tonight. I definitely have to pray tonight after taking the victory lap on YouTube. Definitely have to pray tonight because who knows what's waiting for me tomorrow. Right? But Jesus taught us how to pray. He said, Lord, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. God gave a way of escape from that temptation, man. It was a beautiful situation. I give him all the glory, the credit, the praise. He gets all the credit. He gets all the credit. The devil tried to make me feel like I stayed too long, like I lost. Nah, I ain't lose because I know the old me. The old me would have tried to smash. You feel me? That would have just been another one on the list. That's the old me. The old me. Satan can't even convince me that I didn't overcome. I overcame, bro. He know I overcame. You know how I was getting down. Everybody know the Lord. Everybody know how I was getting down. That's why the Lord had to come and scoop me. The Lord had to let my enemies rise up against me to pull me out of darkness into the marvelous light. God suffocated me with evil. The evil of my enemies. He suffocated me with the evil of my enemies to pull me out of darkness. He suffocated me with the evil of my enemies to pull me out of darkness. Without that suffocation of evil, there is no Hold My Nuts YouTube channel. There is no this video or any of the 250 plus videos that I've done on the topic. There is no book, the book that I wrote. There's no book on holding your nuts. None of this is possible. Guys, be encouraged. Be encouraged. It's not enough to just use willpower. You have to use God's prescribed weapons for spiritual warfare so you can overcome those types of temptations. Prayer, fasting, reading, worshiping God. You have to, bro. Hey, man, this Hold My Nuts podcast, man, I don't even want to stop the video. I want the video to continue. You got to hold your nuts. Don't let these women think that you're going to bow down to them because they spread their legs and show you the tomato. You feel me? Don't let these women manipulate you with that. With that little thing between their legs, man. Don't let them do it. Exercise your power in God over them. Exercise your power. right? God will give you the real woman you're supposed to be, because your real girl ain't going to be in there trying to entice men like that. Those are hoochie mamas, 304s, HO3s. That's what they do. That's what they do. Your girl, your wife, God ain't gonna give you one of these 304s, bro. Keep doing what you doing. God gonna give you that godly woman, and she gonna be bad. She gonna be sexy. She gonna be everything, and she gonna love the Lord. Just wait. Just wait. Let's hold my nuts, baby. I'm gonna holler at you guys in the next one.